The following portion of Bloom is sponsored by Allegro Wellness Spa.
Coming up on Bloom, immerse yourself in a chilling and healing full body cryotherapy session.
So you're gonna feel less pain, less soreness, more energy, and you're gonna improve your quality of sleep.
Plus, experience the magic of America's Golden Dream dancers.
The level of dancing is a little bit higher than, say, some of the parade dancing that they get to do. We're putting on a Broadway-style show.
And how to sync your smoothies to your menstrual cycle. We'll have all that and more as Bloom, presented by Lifeguard Imaging, starts now. I'm Gayle Guyardo. Welcome to Bloom, presented by Lifeguard Imaging. Today we're looking for ways to clear your mind, and for many people that means alleviating pain. For years now, we've been following medical research about the physical impact of cryotherapy. The National Institutes of Health points to its impact when it comes to inflammation and soreness, and Harvard Health reports cryotherapy is being used to treat chronically painful conditions like rheumatoid arthritis. It's even linked to weight loss and aiding in reducing anxiety. The problem is, up until now, accessing this type of treatment has been difficult for people. But the great news is, here in Tampa Bay, there is a popular spa offering cutting-edge technology, state-of-the-art full-body cryotherapy to revitalize your well-being. I recently visited Allegro Wellness Spa and immersed myself in this transformative chilling experience. I'm with Jean-Pierre and Kimberly Velez, the owners of Allegro Wellness Spa at their beautiful Riverview location. Thanks for inviting me out.
Thank you for coming in.
We're really glad to have you here.
Well, I'm excited to be here, and we're trying something today called Squeeze and Freeze. I'll get to the freeze in a moment, but tell me about the squeeze.
Oh my God, Squid is so great. It's being used for a lot of people, from athletes for recovery and regular people just to do relaxation, recovery, circulation. The compression, the Normatec compression, it helps so much with improve that circulation, bringing that oxygen to your limbs, removing lactic acid from the legs. So when you are working out and have those muscles very tired and fatigued, that's gonna give you the edge, so that way you can continue doing these workouts every day.
And it's like, it's so like comforting. You almost feel like you could fall asleep. Don't you just love the relaxation aspect of it?
Yeah, we actually love it so much that we do compression every single day, and a lot of times we do it at home in our bed because it is extremely relaxing.
So folks have memberships here, they come in, this is a fan favorite. How long does the compression therapy last?
So the average is about 30 minutes. And yes, we have members that come every single day and do these. And we have from young athletes, from high schoolers, all the way to adults. And yes, it's safe in many cases, and people can do it as many times as they want in a day.
So after the squeeze, it's time for me to try the freeze. I'm so excited to be experiencing cryotherapy.
Oh, cryotherapy is an amazing therapy with only 3 minutes of control temperature. We're gonna get a lot of benefits in the body.
Like what?
So you're gonna feel less pain, less soreness, more energy, and you're gonna improve your quality of sleep.
And I know, Kimberly, you use it a lot yourself.
I do, actually. I use it for my sore joints and muscles. And since I'm getting just a little bit older, cryotherapy has been super beneficial for me as I'm starting menopause. It really helps to reduce those symptoms.
And cryotherapy's been around for a while, but you've invested in the latest and greatest when it comes to technology. So tell me what I'm experiencing.
So today we're gonna get you into our latest cryotherapy, when you're gonna feel cold temperature plus wind chill factor. We're gonna give you step by step from the moment you walk in to the moment you walk out. We can control the level so that way you feel comfortable the whole time.
And you can control it where the person can start to build up a tolerance.
Correct. So we start you at our mild level, and we walk through you through every single step to make sure that you can tolerate all the way to the highest level. So we always with you.
So it's important for you to be with me every step of the way.
Correct. You're never alone. We're helping you the whole entire time.
Why is that so important?
We want to make sure that you are safe, and then we can control how you respond to the therapy. The whole idea is to elevate your tolerance so that way you can get the full benefits of the 3 minutes of cryotherapy.
So the experience is really exhilarating, and once you get used to it, it actually feels really good.
Exactly. So after the 3 minutes, your body starts making all these changes, and the endorphins in your body will make you feel great.
Well, I want to thank you both for inviting me out. This has been an amazing experience.
Thank you for coming in. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
I slept like a baby after that experience. It was so amazing. And for more information, you can scan the QR code on your screen to visit their website or call 813-662-4343. Head to AllegroWellnessSpa.com/promo to receive a Bloom special offer. Receive 5 off their wellness services for $80. That's 50% off their Vitality Bundle. Mention code BLOOM to take advantage of this offer. We'll be back with more Bloom right after this.
The preceding portion of Bloom was sponsored by Allegro Wellness Spa.
You're watching Bloom, presented by Lifeguard Imaging, saving lives through early detection. Call now 813-582-5222 to schedule your scan today. Welcome back to Bloom. More women are using cycle syncing to connect with their bodies, and nutrition is a big part of that. Joining me now with how to sync your smoothies to your menstrual cycle is integrative nutrition health coach Alexia Acebo-Carter. It's so good to see you, Alexia.
You too.
So this is really interesting that different phases of a woman's menstrual cycle can be linked to nutrition and losing weight and so much more.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And you know, smoothies are one of the ways that I love to, one, speak about and work with clients on an easy single meal. You have control over it at the top of the day that you can sync with your cycle, to include foods that help to promote either estrogen detox, hormone detox, or the other things that we're trying to get after. If you struggle with acne or cramps or those things, we can include specific foods in every phase of your menstrual cycle to accomplish what you want to accomplish.
So what's included in this particular smoothie?
Yeah. So this is the basic berry smoothie that we love to recommend for all phases, actually. So this is one that kind of incorporates your, you have your vitamin C, your iron, you have your berries, your antioxidants, your, anthocyanins that are going to be those deep blue colors that help with inflammation. You have your flax that's going to help with estrogen detox, your chia seeds that are going to help with motility and kind of moving things along with digestion, collagen that's going to help build up the gut barrier. So that's a lot of times women that have, symptoms and cycle-specific irregularities, the gut is the place where we like to do a lot of work. Riced cauliflower, which I know is shocking, but that is, one, to make the smoothie creamy, but also help with detox, and then your nut butter and your milk. So
now I have to say, even though, again, there might be women like myself out there watching where our cycle days are behind us, but this doesn't look too far from a smoothie that I'll make myself every single day, because we run and gun leading up to showtime here, so I don't have time to sit down and eat a lunch. So I bring a smoothie every day, and this is really interesting to me, the cauliflower rice, because I keep frozen cauliflower rice in my in the freezer. I keep frozen organic berries in the freezer. I always add this trifecta here. This is easy to keep as well. I mean, the only thing I don't add is the almond milk and the peanut butter, but this seems like it would be nutritious really for anyone.
For anyone. And that's what makes it easy, right? So when we are, and I'm just going to start putting things together, but once we, do start cycle syncing, once you start trying to incorporate things to get really specific about your cycle, it's just adding like 1 or 2 ingredients, right? So if I'm in my menstrual phase, this is actually a smoothie that I love in my menstrual phase because it's that dark blue green color, and I know that I'm going to be replenishing a lot of what's lost and building up those antioxidants so that I can make sure that the inflammation is kind of leaving the body. But if I was in follicular right after my bleed, I would probably add a little bit of banana because I know I can handle the sugar a little bit more. Or I might add some strawberry because that's a specific, and just do a strawberry smoothie because that's specific to the follicular phase. And then so on and so forth in each phase, kind of adjusting and adding different ingredients so that it's more effective.
Now, as you work with your clients to help them with the cycle sync, what are some of the benefits that they experience from just learning about their bodies and learning about their cycles?
Yeah, I think number one is just that, being aware of what's happening when, right? You grow up thinking, I just have a period and I'm gonna hate this week out of the month, every single month, and be in pain and experience these things and all that. Hopefully not, maybe if you have good parenting.
Right.
But you know, the benefit is you can get rid of the symptoms without taking any ibuprofen. You can get rid of the symptoms without getting on birth control. You can get rid of the symptoms by just adjusting your lifestyle, managing stress even, right?
Yeah, because I think about, I have 4 daughters, and I think about, trying to guide them through this so that they don't have to lean on, like you said, medications and birth control to manage.
Yep, absolutely, absolutely. And it's your body was designed perfectly, right? As women especially, your body was designed perfectly and perfectly to operate so that it could create and bring life into the world systematically, right? That might not be your goal, which is totally fine, but systematically, that's kind of where we are. So if we can set up and support the hormones that are allowing that to happen, I think it just puts you in a better place overall, mind and body.
I agree wholeheartedly. So I noticed you use not a lot of the peanut butter.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. So that, talking about weight loss, right? You can capitalize on the first half of your cycle being a little bit more insulin sensitive, the second half being more insulin resistant, which means lean more on the fats in the first half of your cycle, lean more on the carbohydrate in the second half of your cycle. What that's going to do is stimulate your metabolism the way that you want it to burn fat, right? But fats, dietary fats, contain double the amount of calories that your carbohydrates do.
Okay.
Right? So the reason that I'm gingerly with the peanut butter is because I know that, and I already have fat in my flax and my chia seeds.
Okay.
But that's all going to help keeping the body satisfied, keeping you fuller longer, and also having enough dietary fat is going to help you to produce enough estrogen and progesterone.
Okay.
As
okay,
well.
good to know. And again, we just got to reiterate, healthy fats are really good for you. It's almost like drinking water. Your body knows how to process and push through a healthy, natural fat.
Absolutely. And I think, too, it's worth noting that, and I'm going to blend for a second.
All right.
It's worth noting, too, that, there has been so many diet trends in the last 5 to 6 years, especially something like ketogenics, where you think more fat is better, more fat, more fat. Adequate fat is great.
Right.
But if you have weight loss goals in mind, it's worthwhile to be aware of how many calories are in those foods, not demonizing them, because everything fits, but just knowing what the portions are that you're going to include those. And I also added cinnamon, which was an extra little trick that I wanted to include because cinnamon is super powerful in balancing your blood sugar. And ultimately, this smoothie is about balancing your blood sugar, because at the end of the day, if your blood sugar is not balanced, your hormones aren't going to be balanced either.
Right.
So.
And is that what causes the cravings a lot, because of the balance being off?
Exactly, exactly. So if you think of it like a graph, right? You have a spike of glucose, it's going to come down. The come down is where the cravings enter the picture, not at the top.
Okay.
So if we can start at the beginning of the day with breakfast, that's the best place to be.
Okay, this is good to know.
Yeah. And she has a lot of spinach, so we're gonna take a little
It's
sip.
gonna be a little salad.
Yeah. A little sip.
But she's good.
She's good.
She's really, really good.
She's good. She's fresh.
Yeah, she's fresh. She's not too sweet.
Yeah.
It's good stuff. All right.
And that's the key. Not too sweet.
No,
Keep the sweetness in check.
I don't like the sweet anyways.
Yeah.
Alexia shared this incredible recipe with us. We always appreciate it when you come on Bloom. Next time you're in the Tampa Bay area, make sure you stop by.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to put everything on bloomtampabay.com. We'll be back with more Bloom right after this. Living the Tampa Bay lifestyle means enjoying the sand, sun, and outdoors fun. So get out, get active, and nurture those healthy habits. Hey there, I'm Gayle, host of Bloom. Now there's a new all-inclusive place with everything you need to shape your lifestyle, boost your health, and improve your wellness. BloomTampaBay.com, Tampa Bay's premier health and wellness website, made to help you feel good. Whether you're a fitness fanatic, beauty buff, or just want to take your first step towards positive change, this free website is for you. See the Bay Area's hottest fitness products, the latest workout crazes, and learn nutrition tips from the experts. Plus, discover local events and experiences designed with your well-being in mind. Cultivate a healthy mind, body, and soul. Check out BloomTampaBay.com, your local health and wellness website. That's BloomTampaBay.com. You're watching Bloom, presented by Lifeguard Imaging, saving lives through early detection. Call now 813-582-5222 to schedule your scan today. Welcome back to Bloom. Who says we have to slow down as we age? There's a group of 55-plus dancers performing at Disney World and making their way onto popular cruise lines. Joining me now are America's Golden Dream Dancers, and leading the charge is their East Coast director, Paula Henson. Paula, welcome, and ladies, thank you so much for being here.
Oh, thank you for having us.
So this is so exciting. This is a unique dance group, and you're really garnering a lot of attention.
Oh, we are. We're so excited to bring it to America. It's for 55 and up dancers who just really want to get back on stage.
And you're 34 dancers strong, representing 6 states.
Yes, absolutely. California, Oregon, Ohio, Texas, Georgia, Florida.
And so I was researching you guys, and it's so much fun to see all the great stuff that you're up to. You actually train via Zoom so that everybody can stay in step.
Absolutely. We have learned after the pandemic that Zoom can bring dancers together anywhere and learn the choreography and then come together before you go on stage.
So talk to me a little bit about the background of what makes the women join your crew.
Well, I think because we are doing something so different, the level of dancing is a little bit higher than, say, some of the parade dancing that they get to do. We're putting on a Broadway-style show, and they're learning great choreography.
Okay, and you actually have some really big gigs. You're actually performing in September for Disney World and the Royal Caribbean Cruise Lines,
Yes.
right?
Yes, so
Okay.
exciting. Yes, absolutely.
All right, so what we're going to do right now is the ladies are going to take me through learning the first counts of their dance routine. And then I'm going to exit and they're going to take it away. Of course, you can get all the information on BloomTampaBay.com, because when I skedaddle, you're not going to see me again. But take me through the first part of it.
Okay, we start with a little countdown, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we step out and open our arms, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, reach up, 2, over, reach over, jump together, bam, and walk, and pull that hand in, 3, 4, now kick and touch, kick and walk again, 1, 2, 3, 4, open, hold.
And that's when I'm going to bolt.
Oh, you're amazing. We love you.
You guys are so good. So how do you travel all over the country together?
No, we are right now Zooming, but we're headed up to Atlanta, Georgia.
Okay.
We have quite a few dancers up there. So we're going to run rehearsals, and we're having little spots here and there where we get to come together and dance with members of our company. So
I
it's
love
very
it. And
exciting.
you're 36 strong right now, right?
34 dancers right now.
34. Okay.
Maybe 35.
Okay, I know. Everyone's going to be, where'd Gayle go? Well, she joined the team. And okay, so that sounds like all right. So let's I guess give it a try.
Let's go for it. Count. And
There it goes. We're back looking for ways to clear your mind, and physical activity and mindfulness can really help your mental well-being. Joining me now from South Tampa Therapy is Ari Leal. Ari, it's so great to see you again.
Thank you.
So
Thanks
this is something that we talk about a lot, and that's practicing mindfulness. And you say it really is so important. I'm terrible at it myself, by the way.
Yeah, it really is. And even if it sounds like something that may be like overwhelming to achieve, all it takes is just being present in the moment with yourself, with what you're doing, what you're hearing, what you're tasting, what you're touching, right?
So you don't have to like set aside time to meditate. You could just learn and practice mindfulness just by focusing on what you're doing instead of letting your mind run in a million different directions.
That is correct. Just being present in the here and now with yourself.
That's a good one. I think that I could handle. But if you do have the opportunity to get into physical activity like yoga, walking, different mindfulness, we saw a sound bowl there going, that's important too.
It's extremely important. So physical activity reduces stress. It increases like the good feel hormones, right? Like endorphins, right? So just doing, and it could be, if you don't have the time to do 30 minutes a day, just 5 minutes a day is enough.
Okay.
All right, and it could be walking. It could be including it at home when you're, doing the dishes. Just, moving, just some movement, including movement in your day, as little as 5 minutes a day is plenty.
Okay, and the next one I thought was really interesting, and that is to actually spend time in nature. It gets a little difficult for us here in the summer months to get outside a lot, but I've heard experts like yourself say just putting and grounding your bare feet with the grass and creating that connection makes a world of difference.
That is correct. Just being out in nature, whatever capacity, could be hiking, could be walking, grounding yourself, right? Sitting at a park on a bench with your feet on the ground. It's so helpful to regulate like the nervous system and also create just mental clarity. Helps them.
Yeah, it's amazing to me. Like, we're lucky because we live next to world famous beaches here in Florida, but there have been studies even about cardiovascular health and how it immediately improves your blood pressure just being close to the water and the waves, which we get to do all the time here. So, I mean, there's science behind this. And you say engaging and creative activities is very helpful.
That's correct, too. So the creative process itself is a mindfulness exercise. And what I mean by that, it could be drawing, right? Painting, playing a musical instrument. Any of those is journaling. It's a great one to stay present with yourself in the moment and grounded in what you're doing.
And yeah, because I just read something today that said, venting and venting and venting is only going to keep the problem recurring. But if you journal it and try to process it through other ways, it has a much greater healing effect. Hey, thank you so much for joining us. Yeah. It's always such a pleasure to see you.
Thanks for having me today, yeah.
We're going to share Ari's advice on bloomtampabay.com. And when we come back, an ancient practice to help you feel more zen and calm your mind. Don't go away. You're watching Bloom, presented by Lifeguard Imaging. We begin where your checkup ends. Call now, 813-582-5222 to schedule your scan today. Welcome back. There's an easy way to balance the nervous system and promote calmness through the ancient art of yoga. Joining me now from Yoga Loft in Ybor City is the owner and yoga instructor, Colleen McHenry. It's great to see you, Colleen.
Thank you, Gail.
So the science is behind yoga. I know that it's an ancient art and people have been doing this for generation after generation, but now studies show it really does help the nervous system.
it makes a tremendous difference as to how we regulate our nervous system and how we regulate not only the body but the mind as well.
And, you know, for people that really have a difficult time slowing their minds, this could be the answer.
Absolutely, this can be the answer. And it's not an immediate fix, but you do start to feel the benefits pretty shortly afterwards. At the end of a yoga class, you get that little bit of peace that comes with the practice, and then it increases exponentially the longer you practice yoga.
Okay, so you have a few, you know, I guess poses that you're going to take me through that will help with this balance.
Well, there are two ways on how to calm the mind with yoga. One is, the school of thought is to make the pose so hard you can't possibly think about anything else. And then there are the soothing ones. So we're going to do a little bit of both. We're going to do a hard one that you just can't, all you're doing is thinking about standing up straight. And then we'll do some easier ones, which will help us soften and smooth and find relaxation.
All right.
So we will begin on the left foot.
Okay.
And we're concentrating on grounding the left foot. And you know, in some days, just concentrating on where your foot is could save and help clear the mind already. So left foot grounds in, the right leg wraps around tight and tries to hook behind the calf.
Okay.
Then our arms come out. Again, the left side coming under, wrapping arms together. This is called eagle. And then we just scooch down a little and we find a breath. And it's also helpful to find a little spot on the ground
and find
to
balance.
focus in, find the balance, engage the belly, really ground into your foot. And Gayle, don't let any other thoughts come in other than I'm grounding my foot into the ground.
Okay.
And take a breath. Now we'll unwrap and take the right leg back, finding Warrior Two, opening up to the side. We've done this pose together before. And we're just going to settle into this nice lunge and just feel the feet and the ground beneath us, and maybe take a breath in. And just start to settle the body into the pose. So it's an active pose, but it's a soothing one at the same time. And find another inhale and exhale. And then wind around forward into a high lunge, coming right back around, all 10 toes forward, opening the heart, breathing in. Hands come down on the thigh, back leg extends back, and we're just leaning forward, lifting the heart up to give a nice breath. That's a very easy, but maybe intermediate yoga flow. So now we'll step back together and allow arms down to sides. Take a nice deep breath. And now we'll do the other side. Okay. Right foot, left leg wraps around, arms wrap too. Right arm comes under. Now again, back to that clarity of thought. The only thing we're thinking right now is, my feet are holding me up, my belly's engaged, and we have breath. One more breath. Let's unwrap, take the leg back, opening up Warrior Two, finding the stillness here. Now again, we're just grounding in, and all we're doing is feeling our feet. Just holding us up, allowing the body to soften, maybe eyes on the front hand, easy breathing. And then wind back around. High lunge. Nice. Inhale here. Exhale, hands on the front leg. Perfect. Step in.
I like that. And you're
arms right out to the side.
So right. Like when you focus especially on the harder poses, there's nowhere else for your mind to go. Because it's as soon as your mind starts to wander,
then you tip.
That's when you tip, and fall off.
Yes, so that's the first way that a yoga pose will help us clear the mind. The second way is to find some juicier, stretchier poses where you don't want to think about anything else and you just allow this softness to come in. So let's come down on the ground for this one. And let's move into tabletop pose, just like this. We need some poses that help us feel good. To be able to create a space for the mind to just take a breath. So let's bring the right arm up, looking up at the lights, and then coming down. And Gayle, just bring that arm all the way under. It's called the thread the needle. Arm comes down underneath the body, and we just soften here. And if you would just stay there, and just bring this arm out just a little bit like that, and then soften through the shoulder, and then find a couple of breaths. This is one of those juicy poses that's very soft for the body, very stretchy, and just allow easy breath to come in through the nose and out through the nose. Take one more breath.
Okay.
And let's bring it back up. Opening up to the side, looking up at the lights, and coming down. A little wiggle. And then the other side. Other arm sweeps up and slides under the body. Your shoulders are right where they need to be. That's perfect. How about one great breath here? Hands come up. That arm comes all the way back up to finish the move. And then back down.
You know, the other thing that this is so great as it really, helps you stretch, and you can almost feel, I didn't realize how pent up I was until I started going through.
Until you started moving.
Yeah, and some of those moves, I guess so much tension gets trapped in the body.
We hold tension in the body. That's why a lot of us have low back, sciatica, cranky shoulders, headaches. A lot of our tension and our stress lives in the body until we have the opportunity to let it go through a holistic practice such as yoga or the traditional approaches to relaxation like massage.
I love it.
Taking
Now
a walk.
I want a massage. Thank you so much, Colleen. You're awesome. And if you want to follow along with me and Colleen, just head to bloomtampabay.com. You can do this whole routine with us. And coming up, how a digital detox can immediately bring down your anxiety. Bloom will be right back. Living the Tampa Bay lifestyle means enjoying the sand, sun, and outdoors fun. So get out, get active, and nurture those healthy habits. Hey there, I'm Gayle, Guyardo, host of Bloom. Now there's a new all-inclusive place with everything you need to shape your lifestyle, boost your health, and improve your wellness. BloomTampaBay.com, Tampa Bay's premier health and wellness website, made to help you feel good. Whether you're a fitness fanatic, beauty buff, or just want to take your first step towards positive change, this free website is for you. See the Bay Area's hottest fitness products, the latest workout crazes, and learn nutrition tips from the experts. Plus, discover local events and experiences designed with your well-being in mind. Cultivate a healthy mind, body, and soul. Check out BloomTampaBay.com, your local health and wellness website. That's BloomTampaBay.com. Summer vacations are the perfect time to unplug and reconnect with yourself and your loved ones. Here to help us learn how to set boundaries with technology to make the most of your summer is the author of the upcoming book, The Highway to Health, Writing the Road to Better Boundaries, Anastasia Turchetta. It is so great to see you.
Hey, Gayle, it's great to be back.
So let's talk. The first part of your digital detox strategy is to set a designated screen time or tech zones. So talk to me about that.
Yes, I think it's so important that we discuss the reason and say we want to have connection and really make that focus on memory and connection, right? So gather everybody together, which I think you did on your upcoming trip, to talk about what activities you want to do, right? So what would a screen time involve? Like, are you an entrepreneur? Do you do this for an income? If you do it for an income, your screen time might be longer. But let's address that, and we can plan activities around that. Tech zones, where do we want the tech? Where are we going to charge the tech? So everybody knows when you're on vacation, is it out of the bedroom? Is it in a living room? Is everybody going to be together with, doing these types of activities, and they can just check their social, or maybe they can post something. But make it clear that it's a universal thing, so we're not off in our corners and not connecting, that the only connection is Wi-Fi.
I love it. All right, the next is putting your phone in airplane mode.
Yes, I love this because, I love taking pictures. It doesn't mean I always post everything where I go, but the important thing with airplane mode is to focus on the photos that you capture are for your memories. So make sure that your intention is for your memories. It's not for validation or self-comparison or some competition on social media. So that's what you want to do, and make sure when you're on airplane mode, you get to take your pictures, listen to music, and it helps to conserve your battery life.
Okay, good to know. What are tech tickets?
Tech tickets, I love these. So it helps with the whole family, even our partners, to just say, you know what, a tech ticket could be screen time between 15 and 20 minutes. That way you get to determine how many tickets do you want per day. Maybe it's 3 or 4, but everybody gets a ticket, and then that's their screen time. They're allowed to go and do whatever they'd like to, but these tech tickets have a time limit. So you're basically setting those boundaries for your time, emotions, and your energies, but it's with a designated time.
Good stuff. Next is a detox care package.
I love this because this is something that we don't know, but it also helps you get to know the family or whoever you're traveling with. So a detox care package could be something from activity dice or storytelling dice. I think it's super cool. So it's just different numbers and they're color coded and they have different things on them, and you roll the dice and it's an activity that you and your family can do. You could do journals for gratitude and just, write out something. What were you grateful for today? Or how did we, what did you learn about yourself, or something like that if you want to do more mindfulness. Then you could also do something musical. Learn a harmonica. You can toss that into your travel bag, or even a thumb piano, believe it or not, and you can have a sing-along with your family. You can have a family book club, a spa or wellness, throw in a massage ball. David and I did this. We went to St. Lucia and we were hiking the Tetons, and we brought along a massage ball because, girl, we were so sore afterwards it wasn't even funny.
Yeah.
I mean, what are two 50-year-olds thinking and climbing those things?
I
don't know, but
that's a great
it came in
idea.
handy. It was a great detox care
my
package.
gosh.
But come up and brainstorm with your family as to what they like and tailor it towards that.
That's a great idea. And then you say we should create daily challenges.
Yes. So how do you know? Because we are all going to try to go in and get our screen time, right? In your settings, it'll show you how much time you spent on your phone. So everybody would have to show it like a game. So you're gamifying the detox, right? And whoever got, the most screen time, maybe they eked it out from their tech tickets, then they have to have a consequence. That could be doing the dishes. For me, it would be making dinner, taking out the trash, or doing laundry. Or a reward could be an experience reward, something while you're on vacation, or something when they get home, or maybe even additional tech time.
Interesting. All right. We have only a minute left, but you shared some consequences. You did that for the adults. What about the children?
The children are basically the same. You don't want to have them be so immersed in their tech that it impacts them in a negative way. You want to make sure that you're nurturing the relationships, and that includes intimacy within your pack, so to speak.
Yeah, it's so true because, even on the day-to-day, I love all these ideas for vacation. They're amazing.
Thank you.
But even on the day-to-day, to have a digital detox, ours is dinner time.
Yes.
All right, everybody, we got to talk. This
I love
time
that.
together is limited, so
Connection's the direction to go.
Exactly. Anastasia, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
All right, we're going to share Anastasia's advice on BloomTampaBay.com. And before we go to break, it's time for today's Bloom Trivia question. True or false? Social media has a reinforcing nature. We'll have the answer later on Bloom. The ancient Chinese practice of harmonizing your home with nature could have possible health benefits. Even some doctors believe the art of feng shui can help people feel stronger, happier, and healthier. Joining me now to explain how it helps is life coach and psychic medium Cindy Meyer. It's good to see you again, Cindy.
Good to see you.
So talk to me about feng shui. I really haven't thought about it. It was a craze so many moons ago, but it's making a comeback.
It is. And during the pandemic, with people reconnecting with their homes in a different way, that's what started it, I think, in many ways. Because you would have students home from college, you had everyone in the house. And what happens is we don't think of our homes as a way to de-stress with our minds. But what happens is if we have a cluttered home in any way, if entryways are blocked, if doorways are bumping into things, it affects us energetically. So the more we can have a harmonious home, and we think of nature because nature helps us balance and become more harmonious. So with feng shui, what I recommend is getting a clipboard, going room to room, looking at the things that are outdated, things that are broken, things that you're like, I'll get that fixed one day. Nope, get it out of your space. Anything that is broken, or there's a saying with feng shui, love it, use it, or lose it. Because energetically it takes up energy, and if you never use it, why have it?
Now, does this involve things that we see right when we walk through our home, or does it include things that are in drawers and stuff like that?
All of the above.
Really?
Because you know, and that's what will happen with a lot of people is everything looks great, but then you open up a closet, things fall out or whatever. So it's an energetic, but when you start with the decluttering, you start with one area only. I have seen people tear their whole house apart and then it's total chaos.
So yeah, you're saying one step at, see now my house, like if you walk in my house, things are very orderly because I have such a busy mind that when things are out of place and I visually see that, it drives me crazy.
There you go.
But I need to do better with drawers and things like that. I mean, as soon as I organize it, I reclutter it, and it's like a terrible cycle that I do. And I, you know, for whatever reason, I can shut the drawer and be okay with it. But you're right. There is tension in knowing that that handle is broken to the drawer, things, it doesn't pull out right because it's crammed with stuff.
I'll give you a case study. I was teaching in Ohio, I don't know, many years ago, and this gentleman raised his hand and he said, I didn't know about feng shui with health, but I was taking books to donate and my back went out and I couldn't even lift them. I just dropped them, put them by the wherever they were. And he said, I went to every doctor. I went and nothing helped my back. And then this lady says, you should try having a feng shui consultation, because most people don't think about feng shui for health and wellness. They think about it for career or love and romance or more money and things like that. So he said, I had a feng shui consultation and I told her my story about how the back happened and all this. And she said, I want to show you something. Your books are exactly where you dropped them 3 months ago. She said, look what happens every time I open this door. And every time she opened the door, it banged into those books and it went right across her back.
Wow.
So when he had help to get those books out of the way and the door opened with ease and effort, his back pain went away. It's crazy.
That is unbelievable. That is a
It's
great
crazy.
story.
It's crazy.
Cindy, thank you so much for
Okay.
joining us. I really appreciate it.
All right, thank you for having me.
All right, we're going to share Cindy's story on BloomTampaBay.com. We'll be back with more Bloom right after this. It's time for today's Bloom trivia question, true or false? Social media has a reinforcing nature. The answer is true. According to McLean Hospital, using social media activates the brain's reward center by releasing dopamine, a feel-good chemical linked to pleasurable activities like sex, food, and social interactions. And get this, the platforms are designed to be addictive and are associated with anxiety, depression, and even physical ailments. Well, we hope you'll tune in again on the next Bloom presented by Lifeguard Imaging. We're sharing the power of the violin. Meet a woman keeping her grandfather's legacy alive who made it all the way to Carnegie Hall. And meet the Tampa men who are giving back by helping women who are down on their luck. Whether they're battling major health issues or just need a lift of confidence, the My Fairy Godfathers are ready to step in. So stay healthy, everyone, and I will see you on the next Bloom.
Content segments during Bloom were paid for by Allegro Wellness Spa.
Call now 813-582-5222 to schedule your scan today.